to prove themselves. Give them room to show you who they really are. So if you now use the report of Mr. A to judge me when you have not had an encounter with me, it can deprive you of the things that you should benefit from me as a person. Because I really do not know why you should pick up somebody as an enemy when that person has not offended you in any way. If you fall into this group, just move to the front. Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Essay. I talk on faith, relationship, and personal development. If you're just joining me for the first time, thank you for coming. It really feels so good to have you here. I'm happy that you'd come, and I'm sure you would enjoy your stay here. So do not forget to subscribe before you go. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back again. It means a lot to me that you will come back again, and trust me, I do not take it for granted. So today, I'll be addressing a particular set of people, and I want to do that as quick as possible. So if you fall into this group, just move to the front. No, not everybody. I mean, if you fall into the group that I'm about to say, move to the front. If you are not among them, you can just go to the back. We would increase the volume so you would definitely hear. Now, the set of people I want to come forward are those set of people that go ahead to inherit other people's enemies. Okay, let me break it down for you. Now, your friend or somebody you know has an enemy, and that enemy has not offended you in any way, but because the person is not in good terms with your friend, you now go ahead to carry the matter on your head like plantain. Well done, plantain seller. And then you make the person your enemy. So if you're among such people that inherit other people's enemies, come forward. It is you that I really want to see and have a word with. Yes, you people should sit down at the front. So I don't want to be insultive, but you really have to check it and ask yourself if you are really reasoning well. As in, sometimes you just need to sit down and ask yourself, like, this thing that I'm doing, am I really using my number 6? Or is it that I'm not using it completely? Because I really do not know why you should pick up somebody as an enemy when that person has not offended you in any way. Okay, I understand the part of loyalty. I understand the part of, hey, you don't touch my friend. If you touch my friend, you touch me. But come on. You see, life is just so different. Like, life is unique, and you have to learn to tread carefully. When you are living life, you have to be careful about how you go about it. Somebody who is not good to another person may actually be good to you. One thing you should understand is that one particular person can be different things to different people. Let me use myself as an example. The way I am, I can be good to Mr. A, and Mr. B may not see me to be a good person. It doesn't mean that I am not naturally a good person. It just means that Mr. A and Mr. B both perceive me in a different way. So now the fact that I am not good to Mr. A does not mean that I will not be good to you. So if you now use the report of Mr. A to judge me when you have not had an encounter with me, it can deprive you of the things that you should benefit from me as a person. A person can be different. Now, if I'll still use myself as an example. If I walk into a room and I perceive somebody to be kind of insultive, or I perceive somebody to be a kind of person that talks anyhow to people, if such a person wants to interact with me, I might just bring that fence, build up that fence around me, and not give that person space. And the person might greet me and say, oh, good morning, I want to hug me. And I'm like, oh, good morning, because that's the way I perceive the person. Now, it doesn't mean that if you want to greet me, I would send you away or I would not be receptive. Such a person might go ahead and say, oh, I was trying to greet that lady. She just answered me anyhow. That's how she used to do. Now, you that you have never greeted me before, there's nothing that has ever connected us. You now start spreading that report when you have not had an encounter with me. It might be that I interacted with that person and she disrespected me before. Maybe I've interacted interacted with that person before and she disrespected me, and I don't want that disrespect from that particular person. That is why I just decided to greet her casually. Now, to you, you might be a respectful person, and I might be willing to welcome you into my space. So allow people to prove themselves to you. Don't just assume. Don't just hear. The one set of people are people that go ahead to recruit people to hate other people. What would you gain from it? The funny thing is that you don't tell those people you are recruiting to hate, for that hatred. You're not telling them the part that you played. You're not telling them that you were rude to them. You're not telling them that you've lied to them before. You're not telling them that you've actually disappointed those people, and that's why they are not receiving you with open arms. You just tell them, this person is a bad person. This person has pride. This person is wicked. This person is this. This person is that. That's very wrong. It's a wrong attitude. And to you especially, I told you people to come forward because I want to be addressing you. Don't send your helpers away. Don't lose valuable relationships because of the negative things you've heard about them. Give people room to prove themselves. Give them room to show you who they really are. I've actually lost the opportunity of building some quality relationships because of this same issue. I once went to a new environment, and I just overheard these people talking about this lady. This one, hey, her pride too much. She did follow man, she did do this. And because of that, I just didn't count her as somebody that could be my friend. But along the line, before leaving that environment, I got to know her bit by bit, and I saw a very industrious person in her. I saw somebody who was hardworking, dedicated, zealous, and I was like, why would people say this thing about her? Now, I had judged her about the opportunity. By the time I started to know her, it was already too late. In fact, when I think of it today, I'm like regretting. I'm like, there are lots of things I could have learned from this person before leaving. I could have even maintained that relationship, but because of that bad thing. So I'm here to tell you that I heard about her. I just waved her off and like, okay, no, this one, no. So give people room to prove themselves. Don't inherit other people's enemies. Mr. A's enemy may be your helper. Mr. B's enemy may be your helper. So don't chase your helpers away just because they are not in good terms with your friends. Tomorrow, their friend will go and settle and make amends, and you have sent that good person away because you want to be loyal to a friend that does not even have sense. Because if your friend has sense, he or she would know that life is just so unique and you don't even need enemies in the first place. So even as a Christian, you don't need enemies. The Bible has made it clear already that be at peace with all men. So be at peace, even if the person is not your friend. Now, I'm not saying that if people are saying somebody is bad, you should just open up your arms and accept that person. First of all, allow them prove themselves. Secondly, if you find out that they are not worthy enough to come into your inner circle, it doesn't mean you should just make it clear and write it on your head that this person is my enemy. You can just keep a blank sheet with them. Like, we are not enemies, we are not friends, we are not fighting, we are not happy, we are just be neutral. And be neutral in such a way that if you have to go to them for help, for assistance, for advice, or for friendship, you can go to them. Be open to them, that if you see them outside in an event, you are walking and you come across them, you can still say, oh, hello, good morning, hi, you're welcome, goodbye. It does not mean you have to pack your load to their house. I understand, like, some people, your friend is not in good terms with that person, and then you now go, Remy, and no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm only saying you should just be playing with people and give them the opportunity to really prove themselves. So those of you at the front, I believe you've actually learned something from this video, right? All right, okay. No, you don't have to thank me. You don't have to thank me. I'm here for you, yes, and I'll always tell you the truth. All right, so I want to believe you've learned something from this video. If you have, please do not forget to hit the like button to show me that you really enjoyed this video, and please do not forget to subscribe and also share to your loved ones so that they can be a part of this great thing happening in here. I promise that you'll be getting more amazing videos from me. Alright, keep taking care of yourselves. It always feels nice talking to you. See you some other time. Bye.